All right, here we go. I hadn't planned on doing a video today, but I'm going to go ahead and do one for you all. This is kind of going to be what we went over in the last video, but slightly different. It's a way to find these wallets. I'm going to get into more detail because I need to, like right here on our Discord, I have 2 automated channels that tells our members and tells me when certain tokens are being purchased by our curated smart money wallets. So I really need to clean this up as we get closer to this next bull run. I do believe here in 2 to 3 weeks we're going to start moving up. So, I mean, obviously, you know, Bitcoin has moved up, but I believe it's going to dip one more time and then we'll have that move up, the real one. Because, you know, you're going into the election, which is on the 5th in the US, 5th of November, and it's a very volatile time. I mean, nerves are raw. The people that want their candidate to win don't win, you know, and the other side wins, and there's just a lot of negative energy surrounding it. So that's why I'm thinking there could be one more dip. And historically, it looks like that sometimes too. But anytime in November, typically price can pump, and that's just historical facts. So we'll see. You know, we'll kind of just keep an eye on it. And main thing is, over these next 2 or 3 weeks, you should be looking to, not financial advice, but you should be looking to purchase whatever tokens that you're not already invested in. So let's see. There's those 2. These are curated wallets that we have automated channels for. And all of this is down in the description if you want to join the Discord. But before I get into that, let me just go through a few things that I posted today. If you're not following me, it's at bike, the number 4, SAIL, S-A-I-L. You can see it right there. There was some people talking about CAS today, and I was just responding to them to let them know that I saw the sell signal coming, or I saw the top coming for CAS early, and I was letting people know on Twitter. You know, so some of them are not real happy. You know, they kind of wish they had taken profits, but that's what happens, right? You have to keep an eye out for those things and try to take your profits when you can. I mean, CAS was just up only for so long. You know, people can't think that it's just going to keep going up, and it will go up again, but you know, it may need to come down a little bit first. Here's a token. I think it's called Cadence Protocol, CAD. It did get a buy signal yesterday, and that was right near the support line that I had drawn. Really strong move above 50 RSI. I'm waiting, personally, I'm going to wait maybe a day or 2 just to see if it retraces a bit, and then I might buy. I like to buy as close to that support line as I can. I did buy this one before it pumped. Right before this buy signal, I bought it because I saw a smart money wallet buy it in Nansen, and it did a 60% move. And this is kind of what I'm talking about with CAD, that when I was just looking at, sometimes you'll get these 50% retracements and then you can get an even better buy. But what I'm looking for with this one is it needs to have a daily candle close back above the bullish line. And if that happens, then I feel like it's going to have enough momentum eventually to get up to TP1, probably higher, but that's the first target. Let's see, Nansen posted some good things today on NodeFi and GPU. There is a 10% discount on Nansen AI, and there's free features on Nansen. So, you know, if you're going through my Twitter, just click on this link. Also, it's in the description below. And just check out Nansen. I mean, you can use it for free. You don't have to purchase it. They did just release, Nansen just released the Solana features on it. It's fully available to everybody now. And it was kind of a funny interaction. I think Nansen had planned a big announcement themselves on their Twitter, and I accidentally beat them to it. So we were just kind of laughing about that, me and some of the employees. Let's see, RWA season is starting. That's real world assets, if you don't know what that means. And the idea is that every single thing will be tokenized. And some of the, like, I feel like we're getting into this cycle where there's these big super cycles that Mike Maloney talks about. And what happens is gold is, you know, the backing for the dollar is gold. And then eventually it gets fractionalized all the way down to 0 and no longer is gold pegged to the dollar. And we know that's been that way for a while. And so we may be coming up on a new super cycle, and that's what crypto is about, is to just reset the whole thing so that people forget completely that there was a bunch of people running the world that mismanaged everything. And so it allows them to basically whitewash everything and start a new system. And so we'll see. I don't know if gold is going to back it again. I mean, that would be my best bet, is that gold is going to back whatever new, the new main currency is. But it could be oil, it could be silver, it could be Bitcoin itself. So there's a bunch of different ways it could go. But just understand that the stock market in the future may look completely different. Everything may be a crypto token instead of a stock, basically. That's the idea behind it anyway. And then I made a post yesterday about, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, have all the alts you want to accumulate in your bags. I feel like this could happen. Again, not financial advice, but hopefully that's the way it happens for us. Let me make sure there's nothing here. Okay. Yeah, so I think I talked about everything there. And let me just go through a few more things. I've been watching this Nansen query where I've talked about the 30-day above the 60-day crossover. Currently, we have 13% of all tokens on CoinGecko that are bullish, according to that metric. On the 90-day above the 360-day, only 11% are bullish. And then on the 180-day, which this one's much more slow cross, 180-day above the 360-day moving average, only 17% of tokens are above. So it seems to me we get this reset. Either it happens, well, actually it happens twice each cycle usually, and that's why people talk about a second altcoin season. So we had that first move by Bitcoin after it hit 15K-ish, and at that point everything had kind of reset, and I'll show you what it looks like visually here. So down here was the best time to buy, kind of right in this area. And this blue line, where is it at? Right here is the entry threshold. So usually when price, or when most of the tokens are down in this area, that's the best time to buy. But you can see this yellow line, it tends to move more slowly than everything else. That's the 180-day over the 360-day moving average cross. And so it's a much more slow moving average. But you can see once these faster blue and purple lines get above it, that's when the real move happens. So it happened once here, happened here, and then the cross down happened there. And actually we were way ahead of it on both my Discord and Twitter. I was telling people back in March, and that was actually before the rollover happened. So we were able to get out early. But what you're looking for is a significant push back up by this purple line. It's kind of just going sideways like it did right here or right here. So it's going to happen eventually where it starts moving back up and it gets above this yellow line. But the takeaway here is that these slower moving average crosses have to kind of soft reset. And then once that happens, then the next uptrend can begin. Notice how all this came down and kind of crossed. All this came down and kind of crossed. So you're still getting some memes that are moving, and you're still getting some non-memes that are pumping a little bit. But for the most part, most tokens are either correcting still or they're going sideways. But there's going to come a time, either this next month, or December, where things will get moving again, I believe. And then it'll happen again, maybe March of next year or something. We'll get some other soft reset again. I think there's still a chance that we'll see an October 2025 top for the entire market. Some think that it could happen in March, April. I mean, that kind of makes sense just because, the summertime tends to be flat or down. But I'm thinking after that summertime down move, historically, we do have one more pump left in it. So we'll see. No guarantees on anything. All right, so I will show you. I've got a bunch of them opened up here already. This is mostly me showing our Discord how I do this, but also, if I'm going to go ahead and do this, I'm going to show y'all as well, just kind of some of my secrets by using Nansen the way I do it, which, by the way, Nansen has some really nice features if you do want to subscribe to it. Here's live Dex Trades where you can see what smart money is purchasing in real time. Like here's a new token that just popped up called HATS. We'll just look at it real quick since I'm already looking at it. Could be a brand new token launch. Let's see. Well, no, it's not really a new token launch. I wonder if this is a CTO that's buying it up, getting ready to advertise it. Because it looks like the dev probably sold here. Oh, wait, this is today, yeah. So all this price action's today. I mean, it's possible a CTO did pick it up this quick. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm usually not interested in tokens like this that pump and then fall. But again, you do have some smart money purchasing it here. And it looks like they're purchasing 0.20 ETH each time. So they're $500 increments. They purchased 3 times. And here's something great about Nansen, which wasn't available just a couple of months ago. You can actually hover over these wallets and see what the net worth of the individual is, see what their win rate is, their P&L. Yeah, I mean, very impressive stats here, I believe. And you can always click in and look deeper at their wallet. But yeah, I mean, this looks real good to me. You can see what people are selling as well. So here's T. Here's a smart money wallet that sold T and got 0.12 ETH back. And you can see if they're, I mean, they got 102K P&L, so decent wallet as well. Yeah, so let's see, there's that Doge token, that other Doge token. Looks like people are, this person accumulated it by trading Turbo for Doge. This one traded Nero for Doge. Yeah, here's more Nero for Doge. Oh, that was all the same wallet. Yeah. So this is a really interesting view to me. If you wanted to keep this up during the day, if you're somebody that maybe doesn't have a full-time job and you want to just trade with smart money, what you really want to find is smart money wallets that you trust. So let's say if we trusted this wallet right here, we clicked into their wallet, and yeah, I mean, this looks really good. Their wallet value has gone up over time and continued to go up. And what you would do here is, if you liked this wallet, you would go in here and put something like, buys early or something like that, or profitable. You just type in whatever you want. You can even add labels here. If they're a high quality wallet, sometimes I'll do HQ. If it's a fund, maybe I'll tag it as a fund or a degen or an influencer, and then I'll add it to my watch list. I'm not going to do that in this case, but here's what would happen. If I saved it, now that's right there. I don't know if this will actually show up, though. This will be interesting. Let's see if it shows up here. Yeah, it does. So see, now it has a green tag, and it says what you wanted it to say there, buys early, profitable. So now all you have to do is watch for the green tag, right? And you're like, okay, that's a wallet that I trust. I'm going to jump into this play, and then we'll just see what happens. So anyway, you can filter it. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can filter by smart money as well. All right, so what I really wanted to show, I've gone through all this already to see what people are buying, what smart money is buying. It's sorted by how much money is going into these tokens. And I pulled up some that are interesting to me. And I also went through here. I saw, who was the most profitable on the top trades over the last 24 hours, or that may be over 7 days, I'm not sure. And then also went through this, and there's a lot of really cool features here. So I opened up some of these other wallets, and I'm going to look at them with you. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to post this to my Discord. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it could pump from here, who knows? So let's just go through some of these. Okay, here's one wallet that I pulled up. 57% win rate. They haven't done great the last 90 days, but all time, I think their win rate is really good. Yeah, 66%, over 500,000 realized. And I think the thing that was interesting to me is they purchased STONKS today. So let's go into the wallet profiler here, and we're just going to see when they bought it. Okay, this actually looks like a bot, so I don't know that I'm actually interested in this one now. See how they're buying and selling like at very fast increments within 1 day? I think there's a good chance that they are a bot. I don't know, maybe not. They don't have to be. But you see here, they did a really good job of buying before the pump last time. This would have been on June 8th. It pumped. They took profits. That's perfect. They actually took profits on the way down too. But most of the profits they took was right on the pump. They bought more here. They accumulated, sold some more. This had a nice little pump, and now it's come back like a bull flag to retest. And so I think they saw that and thought maybe this is a good place to buy. We can look at STONKS real quick just to see what it looks like here and see if any other smart money are buying. There is one other buy right there about this person. Yeah, I mean, sometimes this is a good indicator that it's ready to pump. You got a lot of volume here on the hourly chart. It's just, you know, pumped, and now it's consolidating sideways. Needs to hold this support, I believe, somewhere in here, you know, maybe above this little wick right here. If it can hold that, that's good. But I think it already had a decent pump. Yeah, so there it is right there. What is this move? Okay, that's a 4x move. I mean, you can imagine if a 4 to 5x, anybody that bought down here, you need to think this way. Anybody that bought down here, they're probably going to take profits, right? So consider that. But that's a nice bull flag as long as it can hold this area. And that's probably what these wallets are seeing. These smart money wallets are thinking, okay, this could be a higher low, you know, higher high, higher low. But there is a lot of resistance right here. If I was to put a line, there's clearly a lot of resistance right there. So it's going to have to get above that. You know, see how that even touched it right there. So you had a rejection there. Now you got another rejection here. So yeah, I mean, it could come down still and retest some of these levels before moving again. But, you know, could be a good buy if it dips a little bit more. But again, if you trust any of these wallets and they're usually profitable for you, then, you know, there was a time when this was an 80% win rate wallet. Not last 90 days, they haven't done great, but it is one that I had on my watch list from the last pump, October 2023. So yeah, STONKS could be one to look at. This wallet's okay. I think they got a funny name, dev please do something.eth. So that means they mostly trade ETH on this wallet. I think they only trade ETH tokens on this wallet. They were one of the ones that got into T possibly early. T is a very recent one. Might have showed up yesterday. And I can't, let's see, 24 hours. Yeah, here we go. They did a really good job. Yeah, I mean, look at that. They bought it early. They even sold the very top and then sold some more when they saw it coming down. So I have noticed, like if we go to T, I'll just show you this here in a second if it's one you're interested in. If you go to smart money, and it's not going to show us this here, but it is showing us this down here. I was going to see if there's any, yeah, so we have some people that have completely taken all their profits out right here. Actually, from here up. I think they've taken all their money out. So there's definitely some selling going on. It did an 11, well, it probably did more than 11x, maybe 20x. There is one person that bought here. Yeah, so some people are buying the dip on this, hoping it goes back up, and it could. So just watch this support line right here at 009. You don't want it to lose that. All right, moving on. We have 30-day smart trader. I think I pulled this one up because of SPX 2.0. Yeah, they made a 10x on it. So this is clearly a very good wallet. They don't have a whole lot of realized P&L in the last 90 days, but it's good. You know, not a lot of people have been making money the last 90 days either. So if you see anybody that's profitable, and their all-time is not that great on the win rate, but it's close to 40%, which is good. My real goal on tokens like this is I want to click into it, and I want to go back and I want to find out who was buying in this area, or at least right here. So I might do something like, well, I mean, you may even want to see who's accumulating right here, because they may have known something ahead of time. So I want to look 25th of October. Okay, so 25th to 26th is what I want to see. And we might as well just look only at smart money. It doesn't really matter to look at other wallets, in my opinion. I mean, sometimes you can look at a high balance wallet and they're profitable, but you know, just save yourself some time and look at smart money if you can find them. I'm not seeing any though. Oh yeah, here we go. They didn't buy much. 17K net worth. 94K is not bad. Kind of surprised there's not like some big. So this one had the most conviction, which I think is important. It's not a smart money wallet labeled by Nansen, but you know, in the future they might be. I wonder though, did they actually, we can look at their wallet profiler, see where they bought it and see if they sold any. Okay, so they just round tripped it. They didn't even sell any, but they did a really good job of buying early. And that's gonna happen sometimes. But this is the highest conviction wallet that during that point, during that time, from here, like right in here to there. I might step it back actually to the day that it launched. You might be able to catch some insider wallets. Okay, so here is the highest conviction if you step back one day. And there is a smart money. Okay, so this one might be a good one to look at. Okay. Yeah, 96% win rate last 90 days. I mean, smart money wallets are just a different breed, and it pays off to follow them. It's just a good filter is the way I look at it. It helps me to filter for the tokens that are active, and then you know, I can do my charting and figure out where the support resistance lines are. Maybe I'll put engineering robo AI, you know, like this to show the buy sell signals. Let me find where I was at again. Okay. So let's take a look at this wallet. I'm interested in this one. Or did I already bring it up? I don't remember. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, so I may save this wallet. I don't like that they have so few tokens traded. You know, you usually want to see more because it could just mean that they got lucky on one play as far as their profitability and win rate. Anyway, I'll save this one. I'll look at it. I'm going to give it to our Discord though. Okay, I already looked at that one. Let's see, this is a 46% win rate. I think I brought it up because of this brand new token I wanted to see, but this one's already dumped, so maybe I won't look at this at all. It's not a bad wallet though. Looks like they're just mostly in USD. Well, no, they don't have much money in this wallet actually. Okay, so I'm gonna skip this one. I mean, always when you're looking, try to find somebody that has a nice balance, at least over 100K or something if possible. Okay, this is good win rate, 76%. I don't know. Oh yeah, there was a couple tokens here I wanted to look at. So what I try to find is a well-rounded group of curated wallets. I don't want the same people buying the same token, right? I want to try to find people that are buying different things. It might have been this one, GOU. Yeah, I think it was this one and this one maybe, Yawn. Let's just see where they bought this. Really, this is just studying, right? I mean, you're studying to see if this is a new token, if they bought it at a good time, if they sold it at a good time. Yeah, they did really well there. They bought this one at the top, so you know, not a great trade for them, but not always going to make every trade perfect. What would be nice is if you could find some, you know, some insider wallets, but just understand that if you want to do that, you're going to have to do a lot of studying yourself to find these wallets. Pochita, Nero. Usually what I'll do, and I showed this in the last video, I'll open up 5 different tokens and see where they bought it and where they sold it. And if they did a good job of that, then I'll usually consider adding them. Yeah, they did pretty good there. So I think I'll look at this wallet later. It does take a lot of time to go through this stuff, so I don't want to bore you to death with this. Maybe this isn't something you're looking for. We can look and see, you know, what tokens. part of the reason for this is to look and see what tokens are moving right now. Oh, that one has GLQ. I think GLQ could be a good token. But there's a lot of other ones too. Speaking of which, well, I don't want to get into that, but somebody was asking me what my favorite tokens are, and it's things like Cincy, what was the other ones? DEAI. I still like Cubic, even though it's gone down a lot. I took profit at the top though. Anyway, I can't think of them all. Oh yeah, VPP, the Virtue Poker, because I want to see online poker come back. So, you know, you need to find tokens that kind of speak to you. That's what I was telling them. Don't just go by what I'm looking at. I don't know about this wallet. It's just, I don't like the balance. It's too low. That's probably too low. Let me see where they bought Doge. I think this is the, what is it, Department of Government Efficiency. Yeah. Oh yeah, they did really good. Maybe I'll look at this wallet here. I don't like that they have such a low balance, but they may have moved some of their balance to a different wallet, and they'll do that a lot. Okay, this one looks real good. What do they have? Which one? You can kind of hover over this to see which token took off for them. Which one is it? It's under the other category, so I'm not real sure which one it is. Maybe it's T. They got a good win rate. Okay, yeah, it's T. They did a good job there. They didn't sell much. They really bought a lot, 2.2 million tokens, and then they only sold 84,000 tokens. I'm sure they wish they had sold more. I'm gonna save that one too. This one's decent, whatever, 64K. I'll probably just skip that one maybe. Well, there's a couple tokens I want to look at, like MSTR. So I'll go back and look at that. You know, there's some different tokens. That's what I'm looking for. Find out who bought early. Okay, this one has a lot of realized P&L, so I might want to look at this one later too, but I don't like that they haven't been all that active lately. They're a Nero whale, looks like. They made a lot off of Nero. So I'll look at this one later as well. Let's see, Mog, Bobo, Nero, CATALORIAN. That's the one I wanted to look at for this one. This is one we track in our Discord. There's a couple members that really like this one. So this person's been accumulating. I mean, this CATALORIAN may be one you want to look into. Let's see, let me just go back and look at the chart, actually. Yeah, I have a chart on this one. Maybe I should pull that up. Oh, that's right. I drew the triangle for this. Okay. This was just something I was messing around to see if it was actually going to follow that triangle. Either here or here, I was telling somebody it might be a good buy because it was touching that bottom of the triangle. So it really just depends on which way it goes. I mean, if it breaks out of this triangle, then clearly it's going to be above the bullish line, and that would be a good time to buy. But I always tell them you want to buy as close to these lines as you can. So if it gets up here, close the daily candle, then that would be a buy signal. If it comes back down here, this would be a buy signal. But currently it is a buy signal on Engineering Robo. Okay. I think I might just move ahead here. Let me see if there's any tokens that I had brought up. Okay, T was one of them. And we talked about that one already, that some people were selling. This is SPX. Yeah, look at all the sales right here. Like a lot of people are selling last 24 hours, last 7 days, last 30 days. So not a great one to be in right now, doesn't seem like to me, even without looking at the chart. There's a massive buy here. Somebody bought a lot of tokens recently on QUIL. Definitely one to consider. In fact, let me see here. Somebody in our Discord was actually asking about this one. Why is this not coming? Oh, I need to go to transactions. Somebody was asking about this one. What was it, yesterday or day before? I might have a chart on this one. Oh, wow. It dipped a lot, didn't it? I think I remember that. Yeah, I do have a chart on it. Okay. Oh, I might have, when I saw this sell signal or this breakdown of this bullish line, I might have told somebody to wait to see if it comes down to support. I mean, that would be the clear play. But I'll also tell them about a 30-70 rule. So sometimes when you get a cross below 30 RSI on the daily chart and then it crosses back up, that would be the point to buy. Or if it bounces off the 30, that would be a point to buy. And then you just wait till it hits 70 RSI and, you know, maybe you take some profit there. So that's the 30-70 rule. You know, down here support, up here is resistance on RSI. Most people know that, but you know, I'm not telling you anything new. But this thing's just been sideways mostly. So, I mean, if it hit the support or if it crossed back up on the 30, I'd probably buy some. It's not quite there yet. But, you know, just because I have the support line down here doesn't mean it's going to hit it. You know, this could be a higher low. Like here was one touch. This could end up being a higher low once all this plays out. But, I mean, we just don't know yet. It's better to wait. All right, where were we? QUIL. Here's that Department of Government Efficiency. Look at all the sales right there. This, I mean, this part looks okay, right? You know, you've got your number of holders, your fresh wallet holders are continuing to rise. And your total balance of tokens is kind of going flat and down a little bit. And that's indicating exactly what you're seeing here, that you're getting a lot of sale pressure. So if I went to the chart, I guarantee you I'm seeing it come down. Yeah. I mean, it could find support here. But you can imagine, I mean, you know, look at this. It's just like I was talking about CAS earlier. Sometimes when you get this up-only price action, you've got to consider that people are taking profits. It's about a 7x even from this point, not even from down here. If you went from the very bottom, it'd be roughly 330x. I don't know if that's correct. Let me put on the logarithmic. I don't want to tell you wrong. No, it's even given a different figure there. So I don't know how much it's gone up, but somewhere between 300 and 500x, something like that. But you are getting a lot of sell pressure, so just be aware of that. Okay, what else do we have here? Moodang. I need to go back and look at this one just to see who bought it first. That was my goal here. That's why I'm looking at it. TITANX is one we were in pretty early because of one of our people that is in there. That's a TA person. And they got us in pretty early. We made like a 2 to 3x on it, something like that, maybe more. And currently it is dipping. I mean, wallets are increasing. That's this teal line, but the total tokens is going down. Actually, it's gone down by a lot. So it's losing momentum currently. You know, here's some selling going on, sell pressure. And, you know, price up here, you can actually see it's come down quite a bit. I do have a chart on this one right here. And what I'm seeing is that this was previous support back here in November 2023. And it's pushing right up against that, you know, which is now resistance basically. So I would suspect, I took profits right up here even before this sell signal because I saw this happening. But I would suspect it's going to come back down to this bullish line if I had to guess. And that would be a good place to buy, in my opinion. Okay, let's see what else we got. I think LUCE is what I'm on now. Yeah, okay. A lot of sell pressure on LUCE as well, which tells me I probably don't want to even look at it, but we'll take a look at it. It says it's the Vatican mascot. I don't know anything about that. Must have had a nice pump, yeah. I mean, that's a pretty ugly candle there. Really nice volume bars, but what M cap is this? It's not going to tell me. 8 million, maybe? No. Maybe it's 2 million market cap. I'd have to go to Dex Screener to find out. Sometimes it doesn't work right on Nansen if it's a brand new token, but maybe by tomorrow it'll show what the actual M cap is on here. Yeah, I don't know how to read this one really. I mean, it's just sideways. It's just ranging sideways. So it's definitely lost a little bit of momentum. Anyway, I'm probably not all that interested in this one currently. SPX 2.0, this is what you want to see it going up like that because, momentum, more holders, more balances being bought, taken off the market, just a few sellers. This is SPX 2.0. So it had its first major pump and then now it's had a big dip, which I would suspect this is probably, if you were interested in this one, a good level to buy because it's hitting that 786. That's usually showing a weakness when it gets that low. Usually you want it to at least bounce off the 0.5 or the 0.618, but it is what it is on this one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a big red volume candle. You'd have to at least see it get above 0026-ish or 0025 before you could think that, maybe it's trying to get bullish again. You got to be careful with these because it could just be, it could be a pump and dump, who knows. I think these that show up on Nansen are a little bit more believable that they could be good projects, but it is flagged as risky, which Nansen has its own checks in place where it checks on these tokens to see if they're risky. So, treat that with respect. CHEX is mostly sideways. I don't see any, there's a little bit of selling there. Let's see. And there's one person that sold there. The price has just been going up, really. Chintai Exchange token. I guess it's some kind of trading platform. Yeah, this thing's seen a really nice move since September, October this year, yeah. And this is really what you want to see. You want to see a breakout of this range. You want to see a retest of it, bull flag, breakout again. It is starting to reach levels of resistance, so it's just not good enough for me. If I saw something like this, yeah, definitely I'd consider buying it. But, I don't want to buy things when they're starting to reach resistance levels. And then Mars, there's been some selling over the last 30 days, but it's kind of selling that happened recently, at least more than probably 14 days ago. So you could be seeing a retrace back into support levels. So if you want to consider that token we just looked at, what CHEX was doing, this one is kind of did the same thing. It reached resistance levels and now it rejected off that and now it's coming back down into support levels. So I could see why people would be buying it right now. There's a couple wallets that I had tagged here from before that are buying this. But, we'll just have to see. There's no guarantee that this thing's going to go back up. It could, though. When did this one come out? September, October, almost to November. So it's a 2-month-old token. Yeah, I mean, you could say that's possibly support level. So, yeah, I mean, I could see, actually, when I see something like this, I want to pull up the RSI and just see if there's any bullish divergence. See what the 12-hour looks like, because the daily doesn't have enough information. There it goes. Yeah, actually that is a bullish divergence there, kind of. I mean, price is mostly flat, but I mean, it's clear that momentum is coming back in versus the RSI. So yeah, I mean, if this got back up to the 50 RSI, then, you know, price could take off. And the first level to watch for is maybe right in here. That would be resistance somewhere in here. Actually, I take that back. This was the previous support. So whatever that number is, it's an exponential number, but it's probably going to see some resistance there first. It would lose a 0 to get to that point either way. Okay, well, I'm going to end it there. If there is any different type of video that you'd like me to do, and even specific tokens, if you'll just put it in the comments below, I'm more than happy to show specific tokens in the next video next week. I'm usually too busy to do more than one of these per week, but sometimes I'll do 2. So, you know, put any requests down there. This is mostly to show you the correct way to use Nansen, and this is just one way. I mean, there's a hot contracts section where you can find very early tokens. There's on-chain metrics here that you can look at. You can look at it, price, market cap view, token flow, find out, you know, what smart money is buying. And there's just so much you can look at. There's even a signal area where you can you know, see exactly, you know, your signals are popping up for you in real time right there. You can create your own alerts. I mean, this is the best platform for smart money, in my opinion. It just doesn't get better than this. And the team that's you know, doing all this, they're very responsive. So if you have suggestions for them, you can go up here, click the feedback, you know, bug report request, feedback, whatever. They're very customer service oriented. So anyway, yeah, maybe something that you're interested in. If you are, the link below for 10% off is down there. Even if you just want to use the free version, you know, just the free options of Nansen, just go to that link, check it out, and you know, one day when you have the money, then you can purchase it. But that 10% off down there is for the yearly subscription, so just be aware of that. Okay, I'm gonna end it there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.